Hi, I'm Caitlin, and welcome back to Old Fashioned Graces. Today we are starting a new series, or at least I hope will be a regular series, called Frugal Fridays. On Frugal Fridays, we are going to discuss all things frugality, saving money, tips, tricks, hacks, and challenges. Today we are going to discuss mending, in particular mending our sheets. So join me as I mend my American linen sheets today. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So we are going to start by creating a basically a weaving pattern. So my goal is to create this as evenly and as beautifully as possible, though the biggest thing is not actually looks in this case, but durability, since this is a sheet. So we're just kind of creating what's going to look like a ladder all the way across the one side. Oops. Through that loop. The goal is to not cinch it up and create puckering. We are actually basically going to weave new fabric, more or less. I can also insert a picture of here. I did this on the bottom sheet as well. This is the top sheet, the flat sheet. Learning to mend your clothes and household items is one of the bigger ways that you can save money. It allows you to wear stuff a lot longer. It allows you to get stuff that is cheaper if you're like looking at the resale shop or hand-me-downs. There are two types of mending that I do. There is pretty mending and functional mending, and sometimes they blend a little bit. This is going to be hopefully a blend of the two. But the goal of functional mending is function, that it works properly. When I mend my husband's jeans, it is function. The goal is not beautifulness. You can kind of see how it's progressing here. You can probably hear my daughter. No. She came to help me on the project. So I have a little bit of puckering here at the end, but otherwise it looks pretty good. You can kind of see that. So now we're going to go back. We're going to go over under. You just weave it back and through. And then anchor it at the bottom. And then weave the opposite. So the ones we went over last time, you're going to go under this time. And turn the other side. And you're going to do this as many times as necessary. Depends on the size of your hole. To create kind of a rough patch. And then we'll fill in from there. So like I was saying, when I work on my husband's work jeans, you can kind of see how it's progressing. The goal is just function. I mean, I don't want them to look terrible, but I'm not worried about them being super nice. He works in the trades. His jeans get really beat up really fast. But considering they're $45 pair of jeans, and sometimes he can rip them the first time he wears them, I do want them to last. Whereas if I'm mending a dress of mine, especially like a church dress, I obviously want it to be a little bit prettier because, you know, that's kind of the goal. There are tons of tutorials online on how to mend different things. and I find them very, very helpful. All right, so this is what we're working with right now. Already looking better. So I've kind of gotten the long ways done. So now I'm going to go back and do the short ways again. But again, weaving back and forth. So this time I'm weaving over and under the longs. To create even more thread. So like I said, we had mice get into our linen closet, but these are American Blossom linen sheets, which I will link the review I did after 6 months of owning them on my blog. These are now 1.5 years old, but this winter we had a little bit of a mouse problem, and in 2 weeks that they were not on my bed, because we have a few sets of sheets that we kind of rotate back and forth through every week, the mice decided to take a little snack out of them. And of course they were folded, so on the bottom sheet it actually went through many, many spots and was quite a pain in the butt. Sorry about that, my camera battery died. I've been having issues with that. Hopefully I'll be getting something new to record with soon, but I've got this one all finished. You can see if I put my finger through it, you can't see my finger at all. And I've started on mending the second one here.